And so our saga continues deep into the nasty, nasty ass sewers, where there's apparently a leather working bench. So that's interesting. Hello, creepy cultist people. How you doing?
Been waiting all day for this.
They're initiated cultists, and they're not a one for conversation, evidently. So that's a thing. Alright. Berserk. Shoulder bash, usually a good mix. Concussive blast. Just make a mess of these dudes. Oh, concussive blast has more range to it than I thought. Wow, that's a giant cone, actually. Impressive. Lightbringer's kind of in the middle of this crew, isn't he? Couldn't he just do a knife trick? Oh yeah, that hits him. That hits him hard. And Vampiric Shot even restores hit points well. Yay!
Thank the goddess.
Alright. Corrin leveled up. Probably gonna go with the usual allocation. He's a very lopsided character. And that gives him the ability to use these. So he'll lose Shoulder Bash to gain Whirling Blades, but more importantly, he'll gain 35 armor on top of his current 123, which is a sorry, that's a significant percentage of gain. I don't know what that is. I wonder what that feeling is. It's like it's not a yawn, it's not a hiccup. It's like a weird thing where a word just seizes halfway through. It's not even a stutter or a stammer. Like, it's a different feeling. It's weird. I'm sure it has to do with something about gases and something in the human body or something reacting differently, and like different ones being good for speech or something. I don't know. I'm not no scientist, even though I got a physical science degree. Hello.
You made a bad mistake.
Let's try Whirling Blades. That'll be fun. Yay! Look at that spinning. Look at that murder spinning. Isn't that great? I can just keep pressing this button. Now Corrin is the king of being surrounded by enemies in a circle.
Nothing like a good
Although I
fight
should
to wake you up.
I should double check what that skill description actually is. Wild spinning slash that deals damage to nearby enemies. Yep, that's, as expected. It's a nice AoE to throw at people. I'll sort through all these items when we finish the dungeon. Otherwise, I'm going to be stopping constantly. Because it turns out all these people that I'm fighting that have weapons and armor have weapons and armor. 3%. We're up to 44. It's still really high. Any long amount of time spent in town means that you're going to have a ton of experience bonus stocked up next time you go into the field, because that time just keeps... That's a whole bunch of time to spend not doing combat. So that path goes off to the side. There's a path going over here, and more cultists there too, huh? There's one coming in from over here. I should probably back off. Oh. My character... I couldn't go past my own characters. I just figured I would probably not want to join into that fight while they were there. Just hoping for Corrin to be able to get in the way a little bit. There we go. Berserk. Concussive Blast. I used the wrong AoE character. Whirling Blades, you bastards! Haha! I'm just clicking on it rapidly now. Seems useful. Make it work. Alright, now Corrin, get out of that fire that's on the ground. They're dead now. Okay.
That fight would have made Sirma's jaw drop.
Oh, a barrel. With apples. Yeah, I'll eat the cultist apples. What could possibly be wrong with them? So this loops back towards where everyone else is, so I might as well go this way first, because it might open up a shortcut if I go here first. There's a leather working bench. And a fishing hole, but first, this problem.
This will be over.
Knife trick time. Uh-oh, Lightbringer, you're in the way.
I can taste your
Corrin, get on him. There we go. Concussive Blast. Disable him for a moment. A Vampire Shot will get a little bit of that health back. There we go, that's better. Oh, better. So much item.
This good since Corrin fell in the pond in Radiance.
There we go. An alternate path back to civilization, perhaps? Yep, we came in around here, so this is nearby. That's the main entrance, and I looped around like this, and this is where I entered the cult area, so this is another way it loops back to where the Thieves Guild is. Good to have that established. What's this over here? It's like a bucket full of blood? Yeah, gold coins. That's what I expected to get out of that thing that's full of red. Why wouldn't I expect that? Everything's fine. You worry too much. Stop worrying. It's only nightmarish if you think about it, so just don't. Hey, bad guys, how you doing? In fact, let's rest a little bit. Corrin's getting a little low on energy. And I don't really care about stocking up the experience percentage. I'd rather just get the free rest instead of using any of the items I have. Left and right both go the same place ultimately. Not accounting for any potential doors. What do those do? This goes to sewers or something? There's a pipe or something? That goes to Thieves Guild or whatever 3 means. Interesting. Hello, cultists. I'm Lightbringer. I'm going to run away for a moment while Corin hopefully acquires target. There we go.
I
think that's going to be a new pattern now. Do a concussive blast on them to try to mess with them, and then just spin a lot with Corin until we're down to 1 target. Lightbringer mostly just uses Berserk for bonus damage. There we go. We've killed 4 out of 5 frenzied cultists. Oh no, we're out of inventory space now. I have to actually look at all these items because they are just showering me with right now. Well, the good news is we're almost done. We've killed 4 out of 5 frenzied cultists and 7 out of 9 initiated cultists, so we have 3 overall left to go total. How nice of them to give us this accounting of the full population of everybody in advance, so we don't have to worry about losing track of anything. There are so many items here. Alright. So these are all male. Required strength 7. So that'd almost certainly be best for Corin, I'm sure. Yeah. And they're not great quality. I'm gonna dump the ones that aren't worth any money on the ground. Oops. So we can pick up items in the future. These are all habits, they're cloth, so they're good for Cora. They just have different skills. Sure. This one appears to be the same one that she's currently wearing. Get rid of that one. That's also the same one she's currently wearing. This game spams you with items so much that you don't even get new ones, you just get the same ones over and over again. Well, she has teleport right now, doesn't she? I don't really care about teleport very much. Sure did all these, but ground smash would be a duplicate. Berserk's not a terrible idea. Have 2 characters that can go into crazy damage Berserk stance. Increase damage and healing but reduce defense. Not bad for a ranged character to have. Let's equip this one. There we go. Then dump more of these low cost items on the ground. These are garbage white items. There we go. Kite shield I'm sure is not great either. No. Alright, that's enough for now at least. It's a handful of items taken care of. Let's loot the corpses. Yay! And then those will all be dumped on the floor later when I find another reason to do that. Hey guys, there's been a bit of a jump. I apologize for that. I was going to re-record everything I lost like I did last time because there was another recording problem. That's unfortunate. The thing is that if you, this is super specific to me, but if I alt-tab this game, it freaks out sometimes and doesn't re-establish itself with the recording software, and then you just don't record anything for a while, and if you don't catch it, you just lose the time. That's a bummer. But the stuff that we missed is kind of not that interesting, so I don't really feel like re-recording it, because it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. So basically, of course, we got the quest to kill the cultists, so I wandered along, killed some cultists, got to somewhere around here, I think. Then I went around, wiped out all the other cultists, went upstairs, and that's it. So what you guys missed is I finished the cultist quest, and that all the cultists are dead now. There was no special one, there was no boss fight, there's no dialogue, just more cultists. And I cleaned up my inventory. Yay, no more weapons and armor. So that's fine. And that's all that really happened. So you guys probably aren't too bothered by missing out on that. The biggest weird thing is the fact that the cultist place comes out directly underneath Sven's Salty Keg pub. And weirdly, you can't bring that up as a topic of conversation, which you would kind of expect to be able to bring up as a topic of conversation. So yeah, anyway, no big thing was missed. I just picked up a garbage off the floor on accident. There's so much garbage loot on the floor there. Weirdly, there's these 2 lanterns here, which look like they could be green embers, and they don't seem interactive. You can't do anything with them. I just picked up another item. That's the other room where I dumped loot on the floor. But yeah, all that happened is that I killed the remaining cultists, and that's it. So let's go turn in our quest, and then we'll meet with the Thieves Guild and have a nice productive episode. So many cultists, and they're all dressed like ninjas, oddly enough. And none of them want to have a conversation. Usually cultists in real life, people that are in these little sects, love to just preach the hell out of what they do, but these people are not communicative.
Okay, I'll play along.
We owe you a great debt, Lightbringer. I'm on the lookout for any cultist stragglers. I think you got them all, though. Here, take these robes as payment. I found them on a cultist that I, interrogated the other day. Seemed too nice to throw away. Thanks again. They better be good, because otherwise they're just... They would just be a cultist. And I've killed a bunch of cultists already, so that wouldn't be new. There you go. Cloth armor that gives you bonus stats across the board for Cora, including... Wow, plus 15 armor, when she only has 22 right now, is a big deal. Replaces Berserk with Scorching Heat. I'll take it just for the stat bonus, though. It's clearly an improvement as far as equipment goes. That's neat. That's one more loose end wrapped up. All right. So I still need to deliver one more letter somewhere, but other than that, we're good to go on the Thieves Guild, and the letter's not even here. So that's waiting for some distant future where I visit a town I haven't even seen yet. Hey there. Raw glass and rope. There's some crafting materials. Oh, that's weird. I just realized that the, I was criticizing that spring trap, mechanic from last episode, and I just realized that that never came up again. They just it kind of just went away for the rest of the dungeon, which was a little odd. What are those? What are you doing? Look at this crazy spinning ooze over here. It's wacky. You're wacky. So this is not the path to the Thieves Guild, but I figured I might as well clear it out. It's all one big sewer. There's a bonus. Cool. Watch them be like, you should take care of our slime problem. I'm like, psych, already did. That's a lot of oozes, potentially. Alright. Everyone group up. Oh, wow. They're crowding on us right now. Alright, so, Concussive Blast. Knife Trick. Just throw some AoEs around because they're clearly covering us right now. They all dead yet? Got a lot of AoE attacks. This doesn't end well for you guys. There we go. A few vampiric shots will make up for the health I'm losing as the primary target.
That fight would have made Sirma's jaw drop.
All set. Oh, there's a skeleton in here. All spoopy and scary. Another one. They've all got gold on them. Where do you hide the gold in a skeleton is what I'm wondering. It seems like it wouldn't be very easy. Alright, heal up your main character. He is your hero after all. That's not a very... I would not call that a greater heal is what I'm saying. I'm sure it's because they're a bad spellcaster because they're the strength character. But it is a little amusing to have it be that ineffective and be called greater heal. The way that this equipment is handled, the way that equipment skills are handled in this game means that people who should not have certain skills end up with certain skills just because it's on good equipment otherwise. I'm not even looking at the fight right now, I'm just looking at people's health bars and hitting the AoE buttons a lot. The fight was already over. The fight was already over and I was still hitting the AoE buttons. I'm like, I know what to do here. Alright, everyone's completely out of energy. It's interesting, a grittier, more balanced game might have a system where, like, you have a time limit to beat the entire game or to do individual quests, and so there'd be like a penalty to using the bedroll. But right now, I could you go 2 rooms into a dungeon, then sleep for 8 hours, then go 2 rooms into a dungeon and sleep for 8 hours, and repeat that over and over again. And it works mechanically with how the game's set up. Who the hell are you? Says Slow Joe. I'm sorry. Who the hell are you? I probably don't want to keep doing that. He might talk more in the future. That'd be bad. Who I am is not your concern. Take me to Zarek. I feel like that would go poorly. But so far I haven't been telling people who I am, so maybe I should stick with that. You talking tough won't get you anywhere. Zarek is dead. He's the bloke napping on the table here. Get it? Because he's slow. Wait, Zarek's dead?
The next tongue that flaps will be cut ragged and stuffed down the squat hole. No more delays. My arrows have been sharpened, the viscera buckets are ready, and I'm leaving now. Who are you? What do you want? Talk fast.
The viscera buckets? You put viscera in a bucket? Excuse me? Why? What are you doing? Are you a cultist also? I thought you were fighting the cultists. What are you doing with viscera? What do thieves do with viscera? I'm confused. Who are you? You coming in here in a mask, and demands to know who I am. That's great. That's hilarious. Okay, I'll play along. I'm Zannon. That's my husband Zarek lying there, and you're in our guild. So maybe you should take off that mask and tell me who in Goddess's name you are. Let's see. I see. I was hoping... Maybe I should ask what happened to Zarek. Maybe I can help them with their mission itself. What happened to Zarek? How can you not know about this? He was taking back his mother's crown from the king's vault. The guards cut him down. So now I will go back there, and one by one I will take out their knees, and then I will force their gouged eyes down their throats. That's a disturbing plan. But Zarek's mother owned a jeweled crown. Was she nobility? To us she was. Lilith was an infamous thief back in the old days. She got the crown from the king's personal stash. That's part of what she's known for. Somehow the king tracked her down and stole the crown back. Zarek spent his whole life trying to reclaim it. A matter of family honor. I was hoping Zarek could tell me where I could find a Lightbringer heart. It was Monty's suggestion. Monty, of course. No, I have no idea where to find a Lightbringer heart, and Monty shouldn't have sent you. Are we done? I need to go knock him dead at the palace. Do you know anyone?
All right, I'm listening.
Why don't you talk to Zarek? Zannon obviously doesn't have the information we need, and I don't like the way she's looking at you. What are you talking about, Fia? He's dead. So? Fia, I know you're an Ember and you don't understand people very well, but when a person is dead, they can't talk. They can't listen. They can't do anything but rot. Don't talk down to me. You're the one with a faulty memory, not me. Lightbringers can talk to the spirits that recently deceased. Just call out to him. He's still fresh. I'm sure he can hear you. Very well, Fia. I'll give it a try, and I apologize if I was condescending. Well, that gives away who we are immediately anyway, so much for all of that deceit. Wait. You're the Lightbringer that John talked about. Of course you are. That's why you want a heart. You want your heart, and I've been... Oh, goddess, I am so sorry for my disrespect. You may slay me twice now if you wish. I fully deserve it. Oh, wow. They're really into Lightbringers. I guess it was a mistake to hide who I was then. Precisely, I am looking for my heart. Monty assured me that Zarek would know where I could find it. I was taught that Lightbringers could commune with spirits, and if you can indeed speak with Zarek, please tell him that I love him very much, and that I will always love him, and tell him that he will be avenged. I'm going to take down every one of the king's guards until I get to the king himself, and then I will dance on his royal entrails. That sounds unrealistic, but sure. I will try to remember the gist of the message. Alright. Zarek, do you hear me? Can you give me a sign that you understand? That seems like a pretty strong sign that he understands. The part where spooky ghosts happens. Yes, I've heard every word you've all been saying. It's been gratifying. I see. Your composure is remarkable under the circumstances. I suspect my decomposure will not be so remarkable. Strangely, I cannot see. I feel no pain, or anything. Really. But I've heard my guildmates speaking as they carried me back here. I've heard Zannon crying over my body. I've heard you enter, and I demand knowledge that only I possess. Then you know where I can find my heart. I do. But that information came to me at a price. It's only fair that you pay for it as well. That is surprising that a dead person would be bargaining, but they're probably bargaining on behalf of Zannon. If I can honor your request, I'll gladly do so. What do you want? First, finish my mission. Get the jeweled crown from the king's vault. I've always thought Lightbringers with all their powers had the potential to make excellent thieves. Is that all? I want you to take Zannon with you to get the crown. She'll enjoy exacting revenge on the King's Guard for killing me. Since she was always more giving than I was, I'd like to give her this. Let's see. I imagine thieving is highly specialized work. I clearly don't have those abilities. No, but Zannon does. She's a superb thief. It's part of why I married her. Let her guide you, Lightbringer, and don't worry, this job need not be bloody. The best thief is the one you never knew was there. I don't know if Zannon's interested in it not being bloody, though. I will do as you ask. I trust that you'll impart the information I need once I return. Goodbye for now, Zarek. I'm a little concerned about the whole recently deceased part of the story, because I don't know if the recently deceased are going to still be alive in a moment when I need them to be, so that if they'll still be around for the following part where I actually get the information. It's all true. What they said about Lightbringers. I beg you to forgive me for my rudeness. From this moment on, I will live only to serve you. Wow. Like a life pledge? That was fast. Zarek will not tell me where to find my heart until I help you steal the crown. Of course, that was my goal even before you appeared. It'd be a tremendous honor to be by your side, to retrieve the crown and wade through the blood of my husband's killers. I'm not here for slaughter. If you want to honor me, we find a way to do this without bloodshed. As you wish. Certainly. That was surprisingly easy to convince them, considering the whole dancing and entrails part she said earlier. Come to think of it, the guards in the vault are magically animated suits of armor, so they have no blood to spill. They are ideal guards, really. They don't steal, drink, or fall asleep on the job. Someday, magic suits of armor are going to take everybody's jobs. I know nothing about thieving. How do we proceed? The guards patrol and set patterns, and fortunately, they can't see very well. Zarek and I have been studying the vault for years. It should be possible to avoid all of them if we move carefully, but I would also be honored to slice them all to scrap at your word. I prefer the discreet approach. How do we get to the vault? I'm beginning to understand. You don't have much memory of your former life, do you? The Lightbringers built tunnels under the entire city, including the King's Vault and the lower sewers. Let me give you this key. Zarek acquired it. It opens the door that leads to the vault. Excellent. Let's go then. Pardon my... They reacted to that just now. Pardon my temerity, but you don't want to bring those two monks, do you? I mean, look at them. And they're like, hey, she's right. They got me this far. But you need thieves, and they're clearly not. Bring one of them along if you must, but both would be too big of a liability. Forgive me for speaking bluntly, Lightbringer, but this is my area of expertise. Okay. I get to pick one or the other. And it looks like Zannon uses a bow, judging by the way she just looks right now. So I'd probably want to bring Corrin because he's the tank. Otherwise we're going to get in some trouble and have a bunch of squishy characters getting wailed on. So, Cora, please stay behind. I don't really like leaving your side, but it's your decision. I'll head back to Radiance and report to Surma, but I'll hang back here for a little while, in case you realize you're better off with me. This seems oddly like the way that you would handle party members in an RPG in general. Is Zannon becoming a permanent party? She did say she was gonna swear herself to me. Is she actually becoming my fourth party member? It would make sense because I have a tank and a spellcaster and she's a bow user, so she would finish the triangle basically. But it's a bit of a surprise origin for a sudden party member to show up. I will be seeing you again soon. I probably won't use her because the other characters perfectly complement what type of character I have right now. Wait, before we go, we get lockpicks, lots of them, from Shady Dan. Where we're going, there's a fortune waiting. Alright. So we need lockpicks. Also, we have a new party member. She's level 9, but only has 2 unallocated points. Dexterity all the way! So much dexterity. How's her weapon? Average damage 80.8. Iron bow bat. I have vampiric shot. She has poison bomb. Throw a poison bomb to the target location, dealing low damage and poisoning enemies. That seems neat. I'm gonna take that off you. Go ahead and equip that on me. You can have my old bow. I like that skill, so I think I want to keep it. So you can keep vampiric shot for now. Otherwise, good. Leather armor. So most of her equipment doesn't have stats on it. I mean, skills on it. They're just stats. She has a 5 armor helm, for example. Alright, so I should work on replacing stuff for her if I can, but my current stuff is cloth and plate, so those aren't going to help equip her right now. But we'll work on that. Replacing her equipment with stuff that works right now. Cool. It appears she skipped directly to level 9 because we're level 9. The fact that she's at 0 exactly definitely seems to suggest that she kind of just skipped directly to that level. Alright, new party member, Zannon. She seems like she could be an interesting party member, but as far as party composition goes, she doesn't fit very well. That's always the tough thing about these games, is you end up with a main character, and that main character has a specific way that they work, and then it's harder to balance that with new characters that come in. That was something that I struggled with a little bit with Dragon Age Inquisition. I made a warrior character, and I kept meeting more and more warrior characters that I thought were really interesting, but I didn't really want them in my party half the time because I'm like, oh, they don't fit. What do I do? Slow Joe.
That's some get up.
You're lucky the boss stopped me. I would have showed you the business end of me knife. He just has to be slow at all times. That's the only way to possibly read his lines. All other forms of line reading are punishable by death. Alright. Also, no, he was not going to kick our asses. We were going to obliterate him. It was going to be a problem. A guide to picking locks. You may not always have the key needed to unlock a chest or door. If you see a small lock icon next to an object's name, you can use a lockpick on it. Simply drag the lockpick from your inventory over the locked chest or door to unlock it. Lockpicks are single-use items and are stored in use. Be sure to have a few of them on you at all times. Okay. It doesn't say anything about an actual mini game, so I don't think there's necessarily as much of like a skill check or a mini game to screw up and stuff like that, like in a lot of lockpicking games. I think you just lockpick it and that's it. So they're basically like one-time use keys, as far as I can tell. All right, Shady Dan.
What can I do for you?
What are you buying?
Who are you?
I sell supplies that folks in the thieving business might find useful. Lockpicks, blackjacks, precision implements of pilfery.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
Oh, it's just easy. It's easy with the lockpick sets I sell. Just read the book, A Guide to Picking Locks, right next to me, and everything you need to know, stranger.
Why are you standing next to a casket?
Do you think I can cart my wares around in an open wagon like other merchants?
I mean, lockpicking supplies seem like they wouldn't be that big. You could probably just wrap them up and put them anywhere. But never mind. Let me see your fares. Your wares, not fares. That doesn't make any sense. Add a few random items. Oh. They're 137 gold each. I'll just buy all of them. It's only like $1,000. Lockpicks seem useful. A one-handed item. Let's see, Corin. Nope. You go from Dispel Attack to Wild Swings, but it is a weaker weapon, so probably not. Sell the crappy stiletto and these items. Alright.
What are you buying?